This is Fat Bee Man, and I've had requests to do bait hives. And bait hives is something we need to do in the springtime. Now, I use 5-frame nuke box because it's light and it's easy to handle. But you can use an 8-frame, a 10-frame, or whatever you want. Now, I'm going to start with the box itself. Now, if you want to mount the box to a tree, you want to take these sticks and nail them through the side to the tree. Once you do that, you can take a 5-frame box and you can set it up against the tree. Now, your tree would be in the back here, and you put a couple bungee straps around it. Now your box is secure. That box is heavy. Now, the next thing is for a lid. Now, I like to use a piece of plywood. Stick a piece of plywood up here. You want to put your couple nails, drive them down, leave them stick up 1/4 of an inch. That way you can pull them out. Now, this is a bait box, just like it is. Now, the bees are going to go in here. They'll build comb in here. When you pull this off, you got a mess in there. What I would suggest, and you don't have to have new frames. Take your 5 frames, put them in the hive. Now you've got convenience for the beekeeper. Put your lid on. The bees get in here and they draw that out. Now the next thing happens is you get crazy comb. Now what I like to do, I'm going to go through the whole thing here, is we'll take one frame out for the person who doesn't have a lot of resources. Take a starter strip, put it in here, put every other one a starter strip, put your box back together. Now that's one way. What a lot of people like to tell you is this. Put you a piece of old comb. See, that comb is perfectly good. It's usable. Put this in the hive. Now you've got a bait box. Here's the thing they don't tell you. If you don't get bees in this bait box within 2 weeks, you're going to have wax moth. When the wax moths start building up in here, they're going to destroy this. Now, what I would suggest, if you can do it, put 5 sheets of brand new foundation in here. Now, you can set this up in a tree. You can set it on the ground. You can set it about anywhere. I prefer putting these in trees from about 5.5 to 7 foot high, because anything over that is a little hard to work. Now, with new foundation in here, the bees haven't walked this. This can set out in that box for a year or 2. And if you leave it for 1 season and 2 months later you get a hive in there, they've got something to draw on. You don't get waviness, and you don't have to worry about it eating your comb up. Now I'm getting these frames out of here. Now this is just a box by itself. Now, to bait that box up, people are using old comb. This is what beekeepers do that have some smarts. If you change a queen out in your hive, you save the old queens and you put it in alcohol. Now you dip the alcohol, this is a Q-tip, and used to clean your ears out or pull boogers out. Stick this down. I've got a couple of my students up here. They're giving me fits here. You want to get this solution here, which is queen juice. Take your Q-tip and make a circle around on the wood inside the beehive. Just take that, once you got that solution on there, and just leave it in there. Let's say you don't have queens. Here's the next thing to do. This is lemongrass oil. Pure lemongrass oil. You could take this Q-tip and you could dip it down in lemongrass oil, make a circle around halfway up in the box, and what you're doing is spreading this scent around in here. Then you put the hive back together. Now, I'm going to use 1 frame, and then I'm going to put these in just to show you the box to set up. Now, here is the lid. that I use. It's nice and flush all the way around. It'll fit right up against the tree. Now here's a standard lid, telescoping type lid. Now that will work too, but it has a problem when you set it up against the tree. It'll want to sit like this because you got this band. Now that's the reason that I like this cut flush. When you put this on, put your nails right here. Probably 6 nails in here will hold it down. And be sure to leave them sit up just a little bit. Now those can be pulled out, and then once you got a swarm in here, you got your frames, you just pull the whole thing up and set it right into your beehive. If you don't put the frames in there, you're going to have a mess. I've done it both ways, and every beekeeper has extra frames, old frames that you wouldn't use in a hive. Throw them in your bait box. Set up 15, 20 bait boxes. Freebies are always good to have. Now that's my take on the bait box. And I'll be doing more videos. Stay tuned. Watch the Fat Bee Man. Appreciate it.